Hello, my name is Tony DeAnda. I'm the assistant coach at the U.S. Olympic Education Center in Marquette, Michigan, and I just came back from Hungary for the Cadet Worlds of 2011.
Hey, what are your thoughts about the performance of world champion Haley Agualo, and what was the key to her victory?
Well, my thoughts on her performance were a very gutsy performance, especially in the finals. In the finals against the Japanese athlete, she had some calls that didn't go her way in the first period, but she still dug deep and found a way to win. And the keys to her success was that she did not waver in her attack. She didn't change anything up in her attack. She just kept plugging away in the second and third periods. It still hit her crotch lift and was able to get 3 out of it in the second period instead of not going back to it, because in the first period they didn't give her those points. So she was able to stick to her game plan and still finish up by beating the athlete from Japan.
Okay, tell us about Marina Doornbosch's performance on the way to the world silver medal.
Well, Marina Doornbosch got to see her sister wrestle the first day, which I think helped a little bit. She got to see her sister Regina wrestle the first day, and they kind of knew what to expect going into the second day. Her and Haley, I think that helped out a little bit. They got to see how they were making the calls. They got to see how the atmosphere was in the arena, and I think that helped them on the second day. And Marina did a great job of sticking with her style as well, her low single attack style, and just working on different finishes with that type of low single style.
Okay, what is your assessment of the overall U.S. women's team effort at the Cadet Worlds?
I think overall their effort was good. I think we got a little bit of work to do in some areas like zone tactics, just because some of the girls that were on the world team have done very little freestyle in the past. Maybe some of them have done more, but I think in areas that we need to work on were, like, for example, the zone tactics, where we can use it to our advantage, and we also have to know where we're at on the edge of the mat so that it's not used against us.
A lot of the girls, this is their first international experience. How do you think they did in general?
I think, this is why you go to this an event of this magnitude. Some of the girls, like Marina Doornbosch, was actually able to go to the Pan Ams prior to this event, so I think that helped out a lot. But it's just you go there you experience what it is to compete in a different country, with a different language, the different food, the different time change. And I think this is where they first get to experience all those things in one setting, because we've had athletes that go to Canada, but going to Hungary is a completely different experience in my point of view, and this is going to help them down the road when they become juniors and senior level athletes.
Okay, do you see a lot of turnover for these teams, or do you think these girls are still going to come back pretty strong next year?
Well, I think we've got a couple of the same girls that will be on the team next year. We've got the Doornbosch girls, both Regina and Marina, that will still be cadets next year. We've got Kayla Miracle coming back next year. But I think even though some of these girls aren't coming back as cadets, they will be back as juniors, and this will definitely help in their preparation to make junior world teams.
Okay, what was the overall level of the competition, and what was the experience like for the U.S. athletes?
Well, the overall level of the competition was, I think, higher than most of us expected. We didn't really know, I guess, what to expect going into it. They hadn't had a Cadet World since 1999, and we didn't know where everybody was going to be at on a world level. But that's why we went to it this year, and we're going to continue to go to it so that and keep improving on what we did in previous years. And what was your last question? What was the overall experience?
Like for the U.S. athletes? For
the U.S. athletes, like I mentioned before, it's just a great honor, to represent your country and to compete on an international level with all of those different factors coming into play, such as the different food, such as the different language, such as the different time zone. Being able to put all those aspects into play and still compete are what's going to carry them to the next level as far as juniors and seniors.